Hello, it is I, once again, the Bruce Wayne of Azure Lane, back at it again for another Azure Lane video. And I'm just here to bring you a news update that we are getting an Italian event. And it comes with 3 Italian ships, at least so far. So what we have here is the Sardegna Empire battleship Andrea Doria. So Andrea Doria, I like this design a lot, by the way. I don't know. They did something right with this design. Yeah, and she looks like a cinnamon roll, but I mean, who knows? So anyway, if you look up Andrea Doria on the wiki, so she is actually a World War One class of battleship. So she was built by the Regia Marina, and class included only one sister ship, Duilio, but Andrea Doria was named after the 16th century. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Genoius, I'm butchering that. Admiral of the same name, laid down in March 1912. The battleship was launched a year later in March 1913, completed in March 1916, was armed with a main battery of 13 12-inch guns, and had a top speed of 21 knots. So Andrea Doria saw no major action in World War I and served extensively in the Mediterranean 1920s and 30s. She was involved in the suppression of rebels in, I'm going to butcher these names, Fumi, and the Corfu incident in 1920. Starting in 1937, Andrea Doria underwent an extensive modernization, which lasted until 1940. She saw relatively little action during World War II. She was tasked with escorting convoys to Libya throughout 1941 into 42, during which she engaged in the inconclusive First Battle of Sirte. After the armistice in September 1943, the ship was sailed to Malta and interned by the Allies. She remained there until 1944, when she was permitted to return to Italian ports. So it says she survived the war and soldiered on in the post-war Navy. So, yeah, this is her in real life. Um, the fact that she is an elite battleship and she was built during World War One means her odds of being good are, second to, I would say this, the odds of her being good are slim to none, and Slim just died. So, um, yeah, she's not going to be good, but the art is top notch. She's an elite battleship. There's no way she's going to be good. The next ship is a Zara class Gorigia. Now, Gorigia, which also has an incredibly nice design, she's extra thick. Anyway, Gorigia is the Italian heavy cruiser. She Zara class, and during the ship's peacetime career, she frequently took part in fleet reviews. It says here she was nominally within the 10,000 long ton limit imposed by the Washington Naval Treaty, though in reality she significantly exceeded this figure. So that actually explains why her design is, extra thick. Okay. So see, let me see this. She went on a tour with the Royal Yacht to East Africa, and she made another foreign cruise 2 years later to Germany during the 1936 Summer Olympics being held there. She was involved in the Spanish Civil War in the late 1930s. She evacuated Italian nationals in August 1936 while returning to Italy, and suffered an explosion in an aviation gas tank that necessitated major repairs. The ship supported the Italian invasion of Albania in 1939, and the ship saw extensive service in World War II, which Italy entered in June 1940. She frequently operated against British convoys to Malta in the Mediterranean, and after the North Africa campaign began, she escorted Italian ships to support the Italo-German forces fighting there. And in the course of these operations, she took part in the battles at Calabria, Cape Spartivento, and first and second Certi, Gorigia was also attacked numerous times by Allied bombers while in port, culminating in a major raid in April 1943 that inflicted serious damage to the ship. Under repair, when Italy surrendered to the Allies in September, the ship was seized by occupying German forces, who found the ship to be unusable and so abandoned her. Italian and British frogmen tried unsuccessfully to sink the ship in 1944. After Germany's defeat in 1945, the Italian Navy determined the ship was beyond economical repair, and so she was broken up for scrap in 1947. Okay, so this is her. Yeah, she was doing work during World War II. Wow. Okay, well, interesting. I bet she's probably going to be the crown jewel of this event. I'm guessing. This is just a guess. She's probably going to be the best ship that we're going to get out of this event. And now the third ship is Attilio Regolo, and Attilio Regolo, which yeah, I don't know what is the deal with the floating rabbit wearing the crown. This is curious to me. It might be like the summon that you know Tash Kent has, the little ghost summon thing. So she might so far the Captani Romani class destroyers, although they are technically light cruisers. So there's a little disparity between them being either a light cruiser or a destroyer. But in Azur Lane, they are classified as destroyers, but they are actually destroyer leaders, similar to the Atlanta class light cruisers of the U.S. Navy. So, you know, bigger destroyer type ship with more bigger destroyer guns. Anyway, so this was the Captani Romani class, and there was she had one sister ship, which I believe was, where is her sister ship? Hold on a second. I'm going to go back here for a second. Okay, so um, out of these ships, only Scipione Africano and Attilio Regolo saw combat, by the way. And Attilio Regolo was torpedoed by the submarine HMS Unruffled on the 7th of November, 1947, and remained in dry dock for several months with her bow shattered. So she was also, after the war, she was transferred to the French as a war reparation. But this is her in her World War II configuration. So yeah, she has some nice, sleek camouflage on her right there. I was like, okay. But so far, the Captani Romani class destroyers we've had in Azur Lane have been also very good. And they usually have main gun mount +1. So I'm guessing she will also have main gun mount +1. That's just a guess. And this is actually HMS Unruffled. So this is the torpedo, or this is the submarine that torpedoed her, which I'm surprised we have not gotten Royal Navy submarines in Azur Lane by now. Like, we really should have gotten some Royal Navy submarines, because there's a lot of Royal Navy subs that did some incredible stuff. Anyway, so we're also getting a bunch of new skins, and these skins have an office theme. So Littorio is getting the office lady skin, Singing in the Rain, which I'll just zoom up on this. And zooming up is purely for research purposes only. I like this skin. Whoever drew this knew how to draw legs very well. So shout out to the artist for this, and they also knew how to draw everything else well. Side note. So I like this skin. This is a nice one. And HMS Hood is getting a new skin. She got plenty of skins already, but one more couldn't hurt her. And yeah, she has that like proper British, noble woman out to ride horses for recreational purposes type of skin. So yeah, this is an all right skin. And then Essex is getting a skin, and she is clearly okay. It looks like she's drinking soda, but I mean, if she's drinking on the job, that's bad for you, Essex. Bad juju, Essex. Anyway, Yeah, she's clearly daydreaming about being a pirate and having, instead of a pet parrot, a pet eagle as a pirate. And then if you look very closely in the back, you can see I think there's a Shangri-La holding a chair, that she's about to throw at Essex. And I think she's trying to, basically say, get back to work, stop daydreaming type of deal. Or maybe stop drinking, stop drinking on the job, get serious. I don't know what's going on back here, but I have a feeling that and it's also apparently a dynamic motion skin, but I have a feeling there's some shenanigans going on here that we'll find out in the dialogue of the skin. But yeah, she's about to get a chair thrown at her. Essex, y'all done messed up. Next is London, who gets the skin called Talented Secretary, and this is also has some kind of, has a dynamic motion, and yeah, she looks actually like a very calm secretary. She looks like a nerdy secretary, really. I don't know what kind of paper she's handing you. Some kind of graphs with some data on it. I don't know what she's handing you. You know. Anyway, yeah, she rocking those glasses though. I like this skin. This is also a good one. And the next skin we are getting is one for Italio Regolo. So she gets a skin, and also there is Andrea Doria. This is actually my favorite skin so far out of this. Is she gets a flight attendant skin, which actually let me zoom up on this, also purely for research purposes only. Let me see this. Okay, yeah, she gets. I like this skin actually. She looks like a hot flight attendant. I don't know what else to say. It's like the kind of flight attendant you hope is on the plane. You know, wow. I like this skin. This actually, yeah, this is the best one, I think. Well, this is rivaled with Littorio's skin for the best one, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on to the last skin we get, and this is Gorigia's office lady skin, Unfulfilled Office Romance. And this is actually a live 2D. So, yeah, I wonder what kind of motion she's gonna have. It looks like she's just putting on her stockings. So I don't know what the background of this unfulfilled office romance, unless something here got fulfilled that we're not talking about. Anyway, so yeah, she has an ID card with what looks like a manju on it, or it looks like that might be her chibi on it. I'm not sure, but happy vacation. I don't know what this is. There's a manju thing going on right here. Yeah, this is probably going to be it, since it's a live 2D. I want to see what the motion looks like, but I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this skin. Anyway, that's all I got for you today, guys. Once again, if you like my content, please like and subscribe. And I'd like to wish all you Shikikons a farewell and following seas. Take it easy, guys.